Welcome back to Unstable TV! And you're through to Irish Couple Reacts. And do stay tuned because this happens every week.
So if you're new here, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment and hit the bell notification so you don't miss any of these videos. And if you're a returning viewer, thank you!
So today we were asked by so many people, every day, so many people to check out The Greatest Woman Spoken Word.
Now, we've done two previous to this, and you guys have come over to both and asked us for this. So we hear you guys, and we are here now. So without further ado, thank you all for suggesting. Let's get in with ourselves and you. Let's go!
Beats.
You know, something must be wrong when almost every single song has sex as its basis. When rap stars get famous after making lyrics that are shameless. When a woman is expected to sleep with a man who doesn't even know what her name is. And when artists are paid to degrade the very woman that have made them. To the point they are nothing.
He does have a good point there, but women also sing about degrading men too. And if we're going to say men shouldn't be singing about degrading women, then women also shouldn't be singing songs about degrading men.
Yep, it's a double standard, but we'll keep going.
Yep.
More than pieces of plastic that we can dispose of once they are no longer attractive. It's sickening and sadistic that this world's become so misogynistic. And you can call me unrealistic, but just listen to the statistics. 7 in 10 men view porn while over 75 million are addicted. 68 million requests a day for pornographic pictures, making 1 in 4 searches sexually related. It's like nobody even knew she existed until she got naked, degraded and abused over and over again just to gain millions of views. It's a shame we've subdued to a definition of beauty which is so misconstrued, as we judge each other's looks off of Facebook likes, Instagram pictures to filter off what we really look like. See, we are so obsessed with our outside, we have slowly lost sight of who we really are in real life. I mean, it's sad to see so many teens lose their self-esteem. Looking at these magazines thinking they have to look like what they see. Please, you are worth much more than a 2D image on a screen. You are a living, breathing human being. If only you knew what you really mean. Just look into your history books and begin to read of all the girls in the world who were capable to achieve, and you will surely see with certainty females like Fatima al-Fihri, who opened the first ever university, Rufaida al-Islamiyya, the first nurse to perform surgery, and Aisha bint Abi Bakr, the greatest female scholar in eternity. It's a shame you probably haven't even heard of these great female prodigies. Honestly, we don't need to give up our modesty in order to be successful. For you are worth much more than a commodity that is sexual. You have so much more potential if only you knew your worth. You could be like the greatest of all women to have walked this earth, like Mary, the mother of Jesus, chosen by Allah to be an example for the believers, a woman who stood strong even when she was abused, falsely accused and ridiculed for things she'd never ever do, so it didn't really matter when there was nobody else beside her, for she knew that God was Ar-Razzaq and her ultimate provider, and she had a trust in him alone. Just like Asiya, the wife of Fir'aun, a woman who was brave and courageous, stood up for what was right and didn't let anybody change this. A woman who was fearless and laughed in the face of death, for she gave up the riches of this life for a palace in the next. Next up, Khadija, the mother of the believers, a wealthy merchant who had nurtured the Prophet for over 25 years, his first wife, the love of his life, and the mother of his kids. She was the first to believe in him when nobody else ever did. She just is, beyond any words that can make you understand. So much so that even Allah sent her his salam. She was grand, and Allah assured her, just like her daughter, Fatima, the master of all women in paradise, a woman who would shine so bright she was nicknamed as Zahra, the splendid one with the most generous of hearts, a woman who gave up so much of her food she had no choice but to fast. She would fight on behalf of her father even as a little girl. And such are the examples of the greatest woman in the entire world. And it had nothing to do with how they looked, but for who they truly were. So ignore the standard of success defined by society, when God has said that the best of mankind are those who have piety, regardless of your shape, your color, or your race. For God does not look at your bodies, nor does he look at your face. Rather, he looks towards your heart and checks your faith. So at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what the people say or who they think you are, when you could be like the greatest of all women in the eyes of Allah. The greatest woman.
First off, a very big shout out to the original content creator. Do make sure you go check them out, give them a like, subscribe, sharing all that good YouTube stuff. Yeah, so hearing what he had to say about women, and a constant reminder of like a woman was the first one to create the university and perform surgery. Didn't know that, but we previously learned that on the Muslim women video comparison, if you want to check that out, how much the Muslim women actually invented a lot of today's technology and their information, and a lot of them were very big scholars.
There's even like that in Ireland, like a kind of a certain point in history, women were kind of pushed.
Yeah.
We all know they were. Like pushed aside, I mean. And even when Jameson the whiskey was invented,
yeah,
it was actually invented by his wife. But if the wife, if she had to put her name in it and said she invented it, no one would have bought it. So she said to him, you put your name in it and we'll sell it, and you say that you invented it.
Yeah.
And it was only recently that it came out that it was actually her that made it.
Yeah.
So it's good to see women like in the video and other women like that are coming out now, and we can learn that it was actually a lot more women helped out in society.
Yeah.
It's good that that's all coming to light now.
Remember, if you go through history, a lot of the best god of wars were women. It wasn't men. And not only that, it's women that create life, not men. And I know a lot of people are gonna come at me with the but the sperm's like, yeah, that's great, but like incubation. We're shooting sperm, but we're not actually carrying the term of the actual human being inside us. So we're not creating life.
His point about your outward appearance, I understand him to a point, but at the same time, if a woman or a man wants to go and get lip fillers and look a certain way and only wear Gucci and stuff like that, it doesn't take away from their intelligence.
Yeah.
And it doesn't take away from what they can do. So, if they want to, let them.
Yeah, like, I understand what he's saying. He's trying to say don't. But, like, yeah, if you wear designer stuff, you're not an idiot.
No.
And, like, look, we love the points he made and we love hearing him speak. He has a lot of brilliant stuff to say, but we're still going to keep it real to ourselves as well, of the fact that wearing designer stuff does not make you an idiot. And he's saying, you know, women are all this powerful and everything. Okay, then stop trying to tell them to look a certain way.
Yeah, exactly.
Because we're going backwards here. Like, it's great hearing poetry and when it's worded a certain way, and because he's trying, he's like, this, like that. Don't get me wrong, that's amazing. He's making a lot of good points, but people can get likes on Facebook and they cannot go on like this.
Yeah. I get what he means by saying, don't just let a magazine tell you the way to live your life.
Yeah.
But you could also say that about religion.
Yeah.
So, you can kind of say it about everything. Everyone's going to have their different beliefs. Everyone's going to be saying, don't do that, just do this. We say it as well. Everyone does. Everyone's opinion should be taken into account. That's fine.
Yeah.
But, like, yeah, no, I do get what he's trying to say with the magazines and things like that. because it is kind of trying to push people a certain way. But if people want to go that way, that's fine.
Yeah, like they're not doing any harm to anyone else. Like this, I know a lot of people are going like, you picked them up wrong. It's like, no, we didn't. We know full well what he's saying, but at the same token, we're in a world where there's billions of people, and people want to look a certain way. You leave them alone, let them look that way. Like at the end of the day, there's no point in you preaching all this good nature and follow me. You know, I am telling you something to help you and all that, but then you're forcing them into doing something. That's not really, you know. He's like, be loving, be kind, you know, let the woman shine like this. Okay, then leave her alone to shine like that. Let her wear what she wants. Let her, like, you're not really coming, like, we're not getting a good vibe here of, you know, you can do what you want, but you can't actually.
Yeah.
Like, it's very backhanded.
It is a little bit. It is. I mean, we could be talking about this all day. It's,
you know,
it's a hard discussion. It is, because everybody's going to have their own opinions, and everyone's entitled to their own opinions, and everyone's entitled to wear what they want and look whatever way they want and modify their body whatever way they want and be whatever religion they want, and everybody should be able to have that discussion. But I do like the fact that he's bringing light onto women that nobody knew about before. That's good. I like that, because that's important for people to know. That's part of history, so they should be known.
Like, a lot of these are fairly unknown today. Like, the fact that he's saying that. Like, this is what, like, we're trying to give our opinion, but we're not trying to bash him either. Like, he is telling us a lot of important stuff, and he is sharing with us a lot of wisdom, but with wisdom comes scrutiny. And, you know, in order for us to progress and learn, and for everyone to learn, you have to question everything too. Like, you can't have him telling you to question things, but you're not allowed to question him.
Exactly. Like I said, it is a good video, and he is doing good points, and it is coming across very well. But we're going to give our opinion on it, and people underneath in the comment section are going to give their opinion on what we're saying about this as well, and that's fine.
Yeah, and we welcome everyone to do that. We want you to have your own narrative, and we want us to tell us what you guys think. And if you follow this to a T, that's perfectly fine.
Yep.
You do that. You do what makes you happy. But at the same token, we're always going to have something to say. Like, there's no point in coming on here and going, oh my God, that's such, you know, wow, yes, I don't want to change my opinion.
Yeah.
We're not just having one to have one either. Like, he's making good points, but like Danielle said, women make misogynist music too. Like, you're doing a one-sided white knight kind of mentality thing here. You're like, oh my God, it's only men that do this.
Women have been singing
look back into
for years.
Look back into the early 1900s, you'll hear a lot of it.
Yeah. But again, some of the women you mentioned there, we've never heard of, so can you link them in the description below so we can learn more about them?
Yeah.
Because I didn't realise it was a woman that set up a university first.
No,
so,
or done before surgery.
No. So give us all that information too.
Yep.
Because we do want to know it. And we're going to have our opinions on that too, because that's what we do here.
Yeah.
And if you want to disagree with us, that's fine.
Yeah, you don't have to agree with us. And come into them comments and let us know your thoughts. And if there's anything further you want us to check out, of course, tell us down below.
Absolutely.
And we'll talk to you down there. That has been our 2 cents, and we'll chop ourselves out of this.
As always, you are the beautiful people of YouTube, and we have been Unstable TV.
So drop a comment below and let us know what you thought of this reaction video. And if you have any suggestions for us to do, let us know too.
And as always, we will see you in the next one. Bye.